NBC Sports welcomes you to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the running of the Season 5 Brickyard 400. Compared to what the weather's been the previous few days with lightning and the threat of rain, especially since qualifying's been canceled and set by practice speeds, the weather here is absolutely perfect. It's going to be a hot one, so temperature will probably get up to 90 degrees today. It's going to be an interesting one today. Anyways, things to break down for you guys. Dylan Murway earned the pole Saturday afternoon when qualifying was rained out and set by practice speeds. Other notable drivers: Joseph Lombard starts all the way back in 31st. Jacob Tube, points leader by a slim margin, I might add, a very slim margin, like 2 points. He will be starting 15th this afternoon. It's going to be an interesting one here today at the Brickyard. Right here, interesting one at the Brickyard. Who will be adding their name to a long list of legends? Beyond the rich racing history that Indianapolis provides and the rich NASCAR history, we have to go all the way back to the early 1900s when this marvelous racetrack was built. And the very first race here was held in 1909. Throughout the years, many cars and sports have graced this beautiful facility. Formula One, IndyCar, notably. Motorcycles, and classic cars, and NASCAR came late to the party in 1994. This afternoon, who will add their and the IHOP Cup Series cars have been racing at this track since 1994. Who will add their name to a list of legends today? Legends that consist of Gordon, Johnson, Stewart, Jarrett, Earnhardt Sr., and Bobby Labonte, and many more have been able to kiss the bricks. It's going to be a fun one. Here's your starting lineup. For number 1, we have the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Chevrolet and the Interstate Batteries Toyota. Row 2, we have the Pennzoil Ford and the Tide Toyota. Starting today from row number 3, we have the Lowe's Chevrolet and the Auto Trader Ford. Starting today from row 4, we have the American Ethanol E15 Chevrolet and the McDonald's Mac Tonight Chevrolet. Beginning this afternoon from row number 5, we have the Farmers Insurance Chevrolet and the Furniture Row Toyota. Starting this afternoon from row 6, we have the Mobile One Chevrolet and the Sunny D Ford. Beginning today from row number 7, we have the Target Chevrolet and the 29 car. Beginning this afternoon from row 8, we have the Sun Energy One Chevrolet, our points leader, starting mid-pack in this one, and the Nature's Bakery Chevrolet. While we look through the rest of this field, see if we can put our pole sitter up. Hey, Dylan Murway, this is Benny Parsons up in the NBC Sports booth. You got us? Yeah, BP, what's up? As you feel, man, you're on the pole for one of the most historic races of the year. Do you think you have a car that can kiss the bricks? Since weather's kind of screwed with the weekend a little bit, especially with the limited track time we got Saturday, especially with qualifying and final practice being canceled due to weather. It's going to be interesting. So the track's going to be green since it rained through all of Saturday pretty much. But overall, basing off of Friday's notes, we do have a pretty good card. It might just come down to a battle between me and the 18 and the 20, but I think we may have a better card. We have a better card than 20, but me and the 18 maybe nose to nose a good majority of the race. So it's going to be fun to watch. Rodney and the guys put together a pretty BA piece for this race. And hopefully it can bring home a Brickyard trophy to Tony and get him his first win here as an owner. All right. Have a great one down here. And there, hey, stay cool today, all right? 10-4. Have a Coke with me, Coke after the race. You will be starting from the pole since qualifying was canceled due to a lightning storm that flared up Saturday morning. Or early, too. Anyways, part of our 6 HD onboard cameras for today's race. Jacob Tube driving with our Sun Energy camera. He will be carrying our Sun Energy on board. What If Racing starts right behind our points leader, carrying his YouTube channel will be on board. Subscribe to it. In his dustless blasting Toyota. Caleb Hoffman, fourth in points after his hard accident last Sunday. He was a little sore, but he is okay, and he is ready to race. He'll be rolling off from the 23rd starting position in the Stanley Toyota. Joseph Lombard starting basically shotgun for this race, and due to having an engine change, he will be starting shotgun out back in 33rd, but next to Chris Washer. Hunter Miller will be carrying the Farmers on board. And our last on board starts outside pole, Joshua Leanbatch in the 18. Today's race, 11 laps, 400 miles. It's going to be hot and slick. Track position is going to be key. And with these drivers going with a Brickyard 400 on the line and a possible ticket to the chase, we may be seeing some pretty aggressive racing today. In front of a sellout July crowd here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the pace car brings the Corvette Z06 pace car, comes down pit road. Field is in the hands of Dylan Murway and Joshua Leanbatch. A sellout crowd today on NBC. Dylan Murway pulled way out in front early here. Here as the field continues to battle side by side further back. Zoex Moon with another strong car. She has moved up to the second position. A bit of aggressive racing. Maybe the 42 ducked low, trying to make it 3 wide coming down the backstretch. Trying to get a bit of a push from Jacob Tube. A little bit of bump drafting early on here at Indy. Now, the way these cars work, you can bump draft, but however, drivers have to be fairly careful with the way they do it and how long they do it. Because, again, you cannot go into these turns 3 wide. You can go in side by side, but I think the 18's plan, he didn't want to force the issue early, so he backed off. Anyways, lap 1 goes to the 4 of Dylan Murway. He will be carrying our 360 Bug-Eye cam today. Anyways, we know it's slick, and you think, immediately slick track drivers are going to be trying to see if they can test some grooves. Very rarely do you see drivers try to run multiple lanes. These drivers try to stay as right onto the bottom as they can, as much as possible throughout the race. And occasionally you'll see them try to break the draft. See WB Network trying to go for 11th on the 24 car. Jacob Tube also carrying our 360 Bug-Eye cam for this race. You can see how close these drivers race next to each other. You can barely make out the 78 decal on the door of the Furniture Row Toyota. Out front, looks like Zoix Moon trying to challenge for the lead going down the backstretch. Zoix Moon does have the spot going into 3. And it's the first time a female has led a race here at the Brickyard in NASCAR history. Feminists everywhere, this is where you stand up. Where it was revealed that Saturday morning that Brendan Little will be moving to the 22 next week. And Zoix Moon currently at the moment does not have a ride. But it looks like she's putting on quite a show. Already we're catching a little bit of lap traffic. I mean, you may think it's a 2-mile racetrack. Lap traffic doesn't really come into play, but already these guys are getting fairly strung out. Out single file all the way around. But the question is, if guys run too hard, tires may be may become an issue. You see the 19 having his 19. And I think the 27 got together and turned full going down the front stretch. Yep, 27 is into the wall. Right front. Caution is out. Big contact for the 27 Menards Cup Series. You all right? Yeah, 19 ran us over. And that was pretty significant. I mean, you could beat out the nets, but it'll take quite a few laps. But anyways, take a look at what happened. This is coming into turn 4. You see the 27 up ahead, then there's a 19 trying to get a run. 27 just shuts the door. Oh, big hit. That's a big hit for the 27. A lot of left rear and possibly right side damage. A lot of left rear, especially because the way the 19 ran into him. They're of Caleb Hoffman. Last year's Brickyard 400 winner. And some late race chaos. With the 4 of Dylan Murray blowing his right front on the last lap. And this 19 of Caleb Hoffman was in pretty prime position to score his first win. He's going to have a lot of work to do. Actually, I don't think the 19 had much contact, but at first glance, one might think the 19 ran into him, but Arrow is, when you get a guy Arrow loose, it gets so dependent and sends the car up the racetrack like the 27 did. The 19 just packed enough air under the car that it just sucked him around. Not much you can do when it comes to Arrow at that point. The car just got Arrow loose and it pushed up the track. really not much you can do at that point. Early caution 3 laps in here at the Brickyard. And already some fairly entertaining racing. There we go. We'll be coming to the restart here in just a couple of moments. You're watching coverage of the Brickyard 400 on NBC.
Once upon a time, there was trouble throughout the land.
Where are the others? You monster!
And the only one who could save the day
Don't look dead. Shrek, I'm looking down.
was the unlikeliest hero of them all.
Shrek. You're expecting Prince Charming.
Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, John Lithgow, Shrek, rated PG. Starts May 18th everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you got anything from me, it's to find your thing and do you. Make some noise for what you created. Because we all know it's not what you do, it's how you do. And this is how we do.
NBC Tuesday, get pumped up for an all-new Father of the Bride.
Careful with the steroids. They cause shrinkage down there.
What's that?
And in the coming weeks, don't miss great guest stars like Danny DeVito,
You know how many dolphins get their noses caught in these plastic rings every year?
I just like to hold my beers with one finger.
and Eddie Murphy as Donkey.
You know how many times I had to hear donkey is an ass, donkey is an ass? All right, I get it. That's synonyms. I hate synonyms, Larry.
Father of the Bride, NBC Tuesday.
Back here getting ready for the restart. Today's Brickyard 400 is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Doesn't matter how you do what you do, it's how you do. And this is how we do. Buy the new Toyota Avalon. So luxurious that you just needed Normat. NBC Tuesday, Father of the Pride. Here's a sneak preview for our NBC Tuesday nights.
Tuesday, get pumped up for an all-new Father of the Pride.
Careful with the steroids. They cause shrinkage down there.
Where's that?
And in the coming weeks, don't miss great guest stars like Danny DeVito.
You know how many dolphins get their noses caught in these plastic rings every year?
I just like to hold my beers with one finger.
And Eddie Murphy as Donkey.
You know how many times I had to hear donkey is an ass, donkey is an ass? All right, I get it. That's synonyms. I hate synonyms, Larry.
Father of the Pride. NBC Tuesday.
Special guest stars like Danny DeVito and Eddie Murphy from Shrek will make their appearances on Father of the Pride, Tuesdays, 9/8 Central on NBC. Getting ready for the restart here at Indy. Menards Cup Series has made his repairs. He is 34th right now. Couple laps off the pace. Back under green. And, trouble. The 18 sideways. Look out. Hold the brakes. Hold the brakes. Hold the brakes. Hold the brakes, bud. Hold the brakes. Hold the brakes. Back up in the traffic. Oh. Go high, go high, go high, go high, go high, go high, go high. Who'd he hit? The caution comes back out. Wow. Lock it down. Lock it down. Anybody get you there, bud? Oh, that was amazing. How is that not bigger than it was? Actually, he hit somebody. It's the 10. As the 18 came up the racetrack, he hit the 10. Amazingly, no other cars got in it. The 18 started second. One of the probably the other best car today. Out early at the Brickyard. But amazingly, even though the 18 spun his car up into traffic and only got hit by the 10, as you see the damage the 10 car has. No other people got in it. Actually, the 21 may have gotten some damage, but that was just from the 10 coming into him. Oh, what you got? Matt? Nate Sherman got the radio, told Earl to go tell the 18 spotter, completely my fault. 22 buzzed the tires. I had no idea what I had no idea the 18 wasn't going to go, and I ran into, please tell that spotter, completely my fault. Another quick caution. If this keeps up, another quick caution. Looks like the 22 just buzzed the tires and just got turned. 10 to Blake Dillon. Down on pit road. 18 to Josh Willeen match. Here's his radio communications. Tell the 18, tell the 48. 48 came down and told me that it was not my fault. Not his fault. It was his fault they ran into 22 buzzed the tires and he had nowhere to head you jacked up. Yeah, I remember that. We know Nate Sherman thinks says it was an accident. Josh Willeen-Batch, I'm sure, doesn't think that. And he came up, and I thought everybody was going to miss him right here as he spun. Just except right there. Right there. If he didn't get hit by the 10 and everybody moved to the outside like they did, would have been a lot clean. Would have been just a lot fewer cars, and the 18 would have just had to maybe fix the right front or something. It's like part of the. Again, watch how close many of these cars came to miss the 24. 24 goes a little high, almost gets into another car. Then the 18 comes up the racetrack. Definitely a lot of damage to the 10. He's obviously going to have to, Blake Dillon, obviously going to have to possibly go behind the. They're doing everything they can to remove that fender, clear the fender, which they have. Anyways, still have a couple cars. All 34 cars are still on track. Amazingly. Time to listen to NBC Scandal as we go ahead and mic up Jacob Tube and crew chief and spotter communications between him and Eddie DeHaan. As these auto communications are sponsored by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Watch Eddie DeHaan try to pick his driver up to the front of the field. All right. Watch the 3. Don't go on the 4. Go on the 4. Go on the 4, bud. Go when the 4 goes. Go in the 4. Go in the 4. Come on. Good job. All right. Green. Rolling. Stay behind the 3 till turn 1. Don't want to have another wreck. Back here. Bottom. 2's out. 2 out. 2 out. 2 out. 2 out. 2 outside. 2 outside. Come on. 2 outside, bud. 2 outside. Still there. They're still there. There are 2 outside, side by side through the field. 2 outside. All right, clear. Do whatever you need. Bud. Do whatever you need. Like the 3's trying to go 3 wide. Feel free to stay up behind the 20 or go for it. Your call. 3 wide. 3 has no help. You have the 20. 3 has no help. You have the 20. Almost. You have the 20. Whoa. Good save, bud. Good save. 48 outside. Don't know what the 3 was thinking. Don't know what the hell the 3 was thinking there, bud. You're doing good. You're doing good. That's all you can ask. Doing good. You're doing good. There. 3 wide behind. I'd way behind. 3 wide, way behind. 3 wide, way behind the pack. 3 wide, 11. Trying to make a run. It's your buddy, the 2 coming down the inside. Inside 3. Inside 3. Come on. You're wide going into 1. 3 wide going into 1. You can see that the way these guys race with this package, you heard there from Eddie DeHaan is he tried guiding his driver up through the field after starting 15th today. You heard how quickly his cadences were, especially with everybody trying to get all they can for track position, trying to get his driver away from the chaos and then into clean air, and how aggressive the 2 was. We got a wreck. Big wreck. A lot of cars. Looks like 4, 5 of them. Big Rock behind. 88 of Apollo Moon. The 11 Sports Center Cup Series, all involved. Oh, more people. It's like the 31 as well. The 83 down there. Tell the 11 thanks a fucking lot, asshole. Tell the 11 thanks a fucking lot for doing that. We can see that the 83 had help. Again, this goes back to what I was talking about. We were talking about earlier in the pre-race, especially with such a big event like the Brickyard 400 on tap. With a lot of these guys want to etch their name in the history books, but there just comes a time where you got to kind of tone it back a little bit. Like, do you really need to go for it like you did? It was a lot of damage to quite a few cars. The 9 of Darnell Matthew, remember him and Mason Powers made that driver switch earlier in the season. So you had 88 of Apollo Moon, 83 of What If Racing, and this isn't over. It's like backstretch contact between both the 11 and the 83. A lot of back end damage. Okay. A lot of aggressive bumping on that in that restart. Again, this talks back to what you were talking about earlier, Wally. There's got to be that filter that says, I know it's the middle of the race. Come on, it's the middle of the race. You're on lap 5 of 11. It's not, 2 to go. The 11 basically should have just waited, but at the same time, if you look at another replay, the 83, at the same time, didn't really give the 11 a lot of room going into 1. Or coming through turn 1 and 2, and then the 11, they just lost it. And then everybody started spinning. By the way, Menard's Cup Series has pulled behind the wall. He will retire from this race. Also, the 10 will be pulling behind, the 9 will be pulling behind the wall, and so will the 10 NCAR. Joshua Leanbatch does get the free pass after being caught up in that one caution to go. Your thoughts on how this race just turned? Joshua Leanbatch got lucky that his was just a 2-car incident. But at the same time, there's just got to be that little filter that says, do I really need to go for it at this point in time? Do I really need to maybe risk ending up my day or another day, driver's day? Do I really need to risk it? It's just that filter that you got to have as a driver.
sleepy after lunch. Maybe it's what they eat. If it's dull and boring, why bother facing the rest of the day?
Mission Control, do you read? Hey, wake up, you guys!
Hello, Wendy. Lightly sliced the mozzarella and a wicked Parmesan sauce on a whole breast fillet that's so delicious, your firstly would go get them this. Wendy's mozzarella chicken supreme. Wake up and taste the chicken. You should have stopped at Wendy's. Remember, Wendy's pickup windows open late, so you can eat great even late.
Back here at the Brickyard 400, which is sponsored by Target, your new home for SpongeBob SquarePants merchandise. And by Wendy's, with our new pickup window, you can eat great, even late. Anyways, speaking of Wendy's, the race to the chase and the championship continues on TNT Friday night with qualifying for the Air Guard with Wendy's Pole Night from Richmond International Raceway, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on TNT, and coverage for Saturday night's Air Guard 400. Beautiful late July weather. We're rumored it. Beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on TNT with the Credit One pre-race show. And then 8 p.m. telecast to the Air Guard 400 from Richmond Raceway, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT. I heard there's going to be some great weather down there. Both for pole qualifying and racing. Anyways, we're getting down to the later half of today's Brickyard 400, slowed by 3 cautions so far. As we look through our Mountain Dew race recap. Sellout crowd, Dylan Murway has led all but 2 laps today, with Zox Moon taking an early lead. And then first caution came out with Menards Cup Series hitting the wall in turn 4. Cutting a right front, hitting the turn 1 wall. He retired from the race with engine troubles. On the restart, Zox Moon spun the tires, and then Joshua Leanbatch got turned by the 48, spinning him down the racetrack, and surprisingly did not cause a huge mess in turn 1, only taking out the 10 Blake Dillon. Joshua Leanbatch just took the free pass just a few moments ago as we get ready for this restart. Anyways, the reason we're under our third caution with our first big wreck of the day involving 5 cars began when What If Racing and Sports Center Cup Series did not give each other any room whatsoever on the racetrack. 83 backed it into the wall. A lot of cars pretty banged up. Anyways, getting down to settle it. 5 laps to go in the Brickyard. Here we go. 22 again with restart trouble. I think Zox Moon down a cylinder. Come on. 3 wide in turn 1. Zach Speed up to the point. Middle. Car just shut off, fellas. The car just shut off. Car just didn't get going. Going on the restart. Yeah, may have a problem. Marty. Zoxman got the radio just a few moments ago. Old crew chief Todd Gordon, I feel like I'm losing power on the power. She's dropped back multiple spots, literally almost clogged the entire field, or a good majority of it. She's continuing to fall back. Meanwhile, up front, we got a lead change. The 20 of Zach Speed, the two orange cars at the front with Zach Speed and Zach Moon's Penske teammate, Robert Smith at the front. Still side by side, 3 cars in a knot to win in here at the Brickyard. The 20 still trying to fight for it here. Late stages at Indy. Just barely has the spot. But the 2 shuts the door on the 2. Dylan Murway way down to the inside. How about this? 3 Hendrick couple Hendrick cars trying to gang up on each other on the 3, trying to work together, see if they can advance their driver. Keep in mind, Hunter Miller has not won at all this season. Enjoyed a nice run last Sunday at Kansas. Meanwhile, up front, the 4 of Dylan Murway still banging door to door with the 20. We told you it was going to be slick today. See, these drivers try to move around, try to get some grip down to their cars. Some good racing right here between 3 drivers. Still door to door. There's possible smoke from the 20. Zox Moon has pulled off pit lane. Now this may be a 2-car fight for the win because the 20 may have a problem. Kelly. Zach Speed got in the radio just a few months ago, said that darn 20 just cut the 4 just cut our right front. We may be in the wall. Maybe spotter Chris Osborne told his driver that there isn't much smoke at the moment, but obviously a different story as we got a crash in turn 1. Up into the wall goes the 20 of Zach Speed. Hard contact. Tough break for the 20. You're on fire, bud. Stop. You're on fire. Just stop. Up on the bottom. There are some fire trucks that will get to you. There are some fire trucks that are going to get to you here. There are some fire trucks. Just hang on. Stop and get out. Knowing how intense this race just got and how this might just come down to who pushes who on this restart. On a possible sprint to the finish. And this may have just gotten interesting. Oh, possible issue on concerns for the 2 with regarding any issues regarding the Ford Dylan Murway? Bill. Alan Dylan Murway got there, said, I feel like the engine may be down a cylinder. It feels like we may be losing a little bit of power. Rodney says there's 2 laps. Hold it out as best as you can. We got a Brickyard 400 win on the line. Fine. You got this, bud. Anyways, later tonight on NBC, it is the Sunday night movie. The top for us is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Tonight at 8 on NBC on NBC, where you can dive into a comedy adventure with SpongeBob and Patrick as they steal Neptune's crown from the dreaded Shell City. Tonight at 8, followed by news coverage, followed by your local news, and then the SpongeBob SquarePants movie tonight at 8 on NBC. And judging by how angry Zoix Moon got getting out of his angry Zach Speed got getting out of his car, I'm thinking he may want to speak with the 4 after the race. See right here, flashing back to this restart, the 4 just got loose. Amazingly, they both saved it. And I thought these two were both going to wreck right here. The 4 gathers it up. Both of them get pinched into the wall. Big hit for the damage for the 20. He got pinched in there pretty good. So this may lead to possible concerns on the 4 regarding his right front. Nate Sherman, surprisingly, Dylan Murway has stayed out. There is no smoke from his car. All right, we're going to get 2 laps here. 2 to go here at Indy. This is going to be interesting. This is 2 laps in scheduled distance. Can Dylan finally clear? Here are the 2 on this restart. If you get by 2, you're basically got your bed made. Here we go. Great push for the 48. From the 48. Here, green flag is back out. Half car length. Dylan Murway gets clear. Robert Smith going into turn 1. 2 laps to settle it here at Indy. Dylan Murway cleared Nate Sherman and Robert Smith coming out of 1. But remember, the draft will come into a big effect going down the short chute. Dylan throws a big block on the 48. The 48 almost down to the grass. A lot of cars continuing to bottle up 3 wide further back. I think the 2 may have got slipped up. Got slipped up on the outside. Outside 3, outside 3, 3 wide, 3 wide. 3 wide for the lead. How about Hunter Miller trying to go under his teammate? He's got 1 more lap to get to the 4. White flag wave, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Oh, trouble. We got 1 sideways. Looks like the 14. He is out of the way. We stay green. They're beating and banging on each other, but Dylan Murway can care less. Right now, he makes his way down the long back stretch here at Indy. And there may be some contact, possibly some smoke out of somebody in the back of this group. Looks like smoke from the 2. Yep. 2 car blowing up. Hold out, come on. Robert Smith blows up at the back, but it does not matter. Dylan Murway comes out of turn 4. He's always wanted to. We talked during the pre-race, said he wanted to bring a win for Tony Stewart as an owner at Indy. And Dylan Murway is going to finally add his name to the list of Brickyard 400 winners. Hell yeah, boys. Wow. Did we just do that? Hell yeah, bud. You did it. Awesome day. Awesome job. Oh. Car wrecked after the checkers. That is the 3 of Jonathan Morrison. Crashed off turn 4. Looks like Mason Towers with a nice top 10 finish. And that block that 4 made on that final restart may have been what saved his race, because that 4 had a huge head of steam. And the way that as big of a block that 48 threw, the 4 threw on the 48, I thought both these cars were just going to get turned into the grass. Right here, see the 48 with a big run. The 4 just turns down. Nate Sherman makes it up to 5th. What a finish. Ha. You know that engine he was concerned over on that last caution and that right front? Oh, he doesn't care. He does not care at this point. Blow that up, bud. Hell of a job, driver. Hell of a job. That engine can blow up. Who gives a damn? We won. See Dylan Murray getting out. Anyways, the crash coming off of 4 regarding the incident, the big incident between with a 3. He just blew a tire and just crashed. Big crash coming off of or late in the race. The last lap. Jonathan Morrison, he is currently being scored one of the last drivers on the lead lap ahead of the 14. Finishing 24th for that 3 car. What a finish, though. Especially late in this race, but how these drivers started wrecking late. Oh, so cool. Bill Weber's down on the front stretch with Dylan Murray. As it feels, Brickyard Fern champ, you won it. Oh my God, this isn't sunk in. God, give me some damn Coke. Wow, Dylan Murray in the 4, you won it. Oh God, I'm amazed. This engine's pretty much blown up right now. I didn't give a damn. We won the Brickyard 400. Big push we got the push from the 48 we needed. The two slipped up in turn 2, and I'm thinking the way that the 48 gets to my inside, I'm over because he had a hell of a run. Hell of a run behind me. Basically what it is, I just blocked it as far as I could, and I'm thinking, oh, if he turns me, I'm screwed. And he goes in. I just killed like 15 people, wrecked like 15 people. God, it's so cool. I've always wanted to win here at a Brickyard as a person. I've always wanted to win get Tony Stewart an owner's win here at the Brickyard. Oh my God. Newman did it in 2013. Get him another. Always wanted to get Stewart another win. Brother, we did it. Can't believe it. Brickyard 400, Bill. Wow. That's Dylan Murray. Obviously very excited as he came across the line. That's cool. It's cool.
Secret sauce.
Anyways, later. Anyways, so what a great win for Dylan Murway and that Ford team. Right now, on to Richmond. Coverage begins Friday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern with IHOP Cup Series practice, followed by Wendy's Pole Night from Richmond at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And then tomorrow night on TNT, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, coverage of the Air Guard 400 from Richmond. Definitely a good win for that team. Tonight on NBC, your local news, followed by coverage of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie at 8, part of NBC's Sunday night movie program. It was a hot one today at Indy, but it was a fun one. Congratulations to Dylan Murway and the entire Ford team.
Everybody ready, set, go. Rev it up and let's roll. There's a party in the fast lane. There's no wheel in a fire. Heartbeat loud as the thunder rolls. Riding in, stamping alive and roll. I'm bringing back the sunshine. Bringing back the sunshine. Baby, it's about time.
Hell yeah, boys! Indy, baby!